emotional day, hasn't it? I mean, even the cupcakes are in tears.
Sorry.
Those of you who don't know, my name is Don. I have the title of Steve's most favorite and wonderful son in the entire world. Son, I said. And it's really great to be standing here up on these stairs with everybody staring at me and talking to the mic. No, but really, it is quite an honor to be up here. I'd first like to say, Dad, congratulations. Congratulations on finding such a wonderful woman to spend the rest of your life with. My family and I have gotten to know Tracy over the last couple of years, and we just love her to pieces. As some of you know, the Glasscock family has some kind of strange family traditions. Tracy's jumped right in and hadn't skipped a beat and taken part in them with us. For instance, plunking eggs. For those of you who don't know what plunking eggs is, it's on Easter. Everybody grabs an egg and you start plunking them. You find someone else, you get an open end, you plunk them, if it cracks, you're out. If the other side cracks, you're out, and eventually there's one winner, and that's it. You don't win anything, you just have an egg, and even Lulu does it, and she doesn't even like eggs. But Tracy dove right into that as if it weren't just a totally insane thing to do. And then there's the placing of dimes in the birthday cakes. Yeah, let me explain that for you. Every time someone in our family makes a birthday cake, it's a tradition to put 2 dimes in the cake. Yep. And so I think when Tracy heard about that, she's like, okay, I mean, I guess that's kind of cool, but you get the dime, what do you win? Well, you win the dime. Not that complicated. But she's definitely been quite a sport. Most of you know what a great guy my dad is, but just to illustrate that point, I'll tell you a couple stories.
Oh.
Strap in. A while back, I asked my sisters, Lulu and Emily, for some ideas or stories that I might be able to tell on this very day, this very moment. And we realized that for all 3 of us, whenever we were out and about with our friends and came home late, Dad was always up, waiting for us. And as Emily pointed out, at the time, it was pretty annoying. But we all realize now it's just a sign of how much he loved and cared for us. And when I say he was waiting up, that may be stretching it, because 99.9% of the time he was zonked out on the couch, sitting on logs. And then he would wake up at the sound of the doorknob turning, and wake up and try and act like he was awake the whole time, and asking us questions. It, more often than not, didn't make much sense because he was just asleep. Another thing about my dad, I don't know this for a fact, but an interesting malady that he must have had as we were growing up is that the top of his right leg, right around here, must have had an incredible callus, and by now it must just be really big. And I'll just do an impersonation to tell you why. And first person impersonation is me. Second one's my dad. Hey Dad, Lulu and I were running around the house, and we broke the door to the bathroom. It was totally off its hinges. Teat! And that is something he does to this day. As a matter of fact, my wife Katie and Tracy got to see that on our recent trip to Hawaii on the way back. He left some coats out in the terminal and realized it. Pulled away. So a couple times, I think. Speaking of Hawaii, Katie and I had the wonderful opportunity to go to Hawaii with Tracy and my dad during spring break. And I remember a conversation we had with Tracy. She jokingly said that, can you believe that when we first started seeing each other, he called me a complication? I mean, you can understand that, right? It's not exactly something you want your main squeeze to be referring to. But as soon as she said that, I knew exactly what my dad meant when he said that. At the time they met, he wasn't looking for love. But it simply wasn't his choice, was it? Love found him in the form of this complication. Complication, right here in Kansas City, with a capital C, and that rhymes with T, and that stands for Tracy. So I'm very glad my dad didn't fight it. I've seen how happy he is and how strong their love is. Tracy, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for making our dad so happy. And for bringing such awesome step-siblings into our lives. Dad, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity that most men don't get, and that's to be the best man for his hero. Famous psychiatrist Carl Jung said, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. And as anyone who knows them, it's obvious that they have both indeed been transformed." So, you'll raise your glasses to Tracy and Steve and the glorious transformation. Cheers.